Hello, cookbook friends, and welcome. Today we are going to be doing some cookbooks that I finally got over at my library. Lots of these are holiday. Woo, I gotta be used to that. So we're going to be on our Amazon Live channel. If you are interested in our cookbooks, I also am going live for the first time on Instagram. So if you are over on Instagram, welcome. If you are interested in any of the books that I am showing today, make sure to tune in to our Amazon Live channel. It's at amazon.com/live/cookbook divas, and you'll find a ton of these holiday cookbooks that I'm going to feature today. So first and foremost, let's talk about baking for the holidays. This is 45% off, which is pretty cool. This, I got to get to it right here. This one is by Sarah Kiefer, who's done her most recent cookbook was the 100 Morning Treats cookbook. Very cool, awesome cookbook. I was really excited about it. So this one is just holiday baking. It's very chic and elegant. I really like it. So let's dig into it a little bit. Baking for the holidays. This has got a lot of really cool stuff in here, and some great ideas for your holiday baking. So here you'll see beautiful photography. Let's go to the first one. Of course, cinnamon rolls. Who's making cinnamon rolls this year? I think I'm probably making cinnamon rolls and lemon curd rolls, I think, for Christmas. Make sure to comment. Let me know what you guys are doing for the holidays and baking. I know we're going to probably go live again eventually, but I'm curious. You know, some of us are going out of town. So here we also have, this is a really trendy thing I've been seeing over on social media. It's this really cool star shaped or snowflake shaped baked good. So this is a one you can adjust. This one is Nutella star bread, but you can also do jam. You can do cinnamon sugar. You can do lemon curd like I was going to. So many options. This also has step-by-step photos, which is great if you're a visual learner like me. Let's move on to some other bakes here. Here's this. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at this. This is phenomenal. Holy cow. I don't even know what this is. It's beautiful. It's like apple. Hold on. Let me find. Oh, it's a pear almond Danish braid. I've never seen anything like this. Maybe I live under a rock. It's very possible. So here we also have an idea for your Christmas baking monkey bread. Very simple, cool, shareable dish. And that one tends to be a little more easy. If you're doing a Christmas brunch, you can also do like streusel coffee cake, which would be amazing. Very simple. Like I'm all about simple for the holidays. This is a panettone scone. I don't think I've had this. I'm so sorry. Marinol, thank you for telling me though. Let me see if I can adjust my lighting. I'm trying to make me bright, but yeah, it totally washes out this book. So let me adjust real fast here. Oh, I need to figure out my lighting a little better. I'm not lying. Here we go. Let's see. This cookbook in general is pretty bright. Like it's very, very clean and modern photography. So is this a little better? I hope it is. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. Hi, Rome. Thank you for commenting. So here's some more step-by-step photos here. It's very pretty. Let's move on to some other bakes. So they have cake bakes as well, which is really nice. Triple chocolate mousse cake. One thing that's really cool about this particular cookbook is that they give you some variations for some of these dishes. So if you don't want to do like a chocolate cheesecake, you can do a berry, a caramel. So they give you variations depending on the dish so that you can kind of play with it a little bit. I know. So the reason why I'm making a cinnamon roll and a lemon curd roll, so two separate things, is because I have people who can do cinnamon, and then some people are like, no, I can't do cinnamon. So I was like, let's do lemon. I think that'd be fun. We also have cookies. Do any of you guys do any cookie exchanges? This would be cool. We have red velvet crinkle cookies, which look very festive. Thank you, Marinol, for letting me know. Okay, so we also have another cool cookie idea. I think these are pretty traditional though. Oh, it's a modern fruit cake. They look like cookies. They're personalized, cute little cakes. So let me move on a little bit further. We have vanilla bean sables. I'm never sure how to pronounce that. Have I baked any of these ones in this particular cookbook? I have not. So one thing, thank you, Rome, for asking. So this book is not necessarily gluten-free or vegan friendly. There's a lot of dishes in here that are just, all-purpose flour, uh, egg and butter, of course, butter. So it is a little hard for me. But if you did have any dietary restrictions and you're used to baking, you could probably figure out some substitutes that work for you. But for me, I have not baked out of this because I can't find anything. I mean, I probably could, but I have some gluten-free stuff that I use personally. So if you're interested in this particular cookbook, it is really fun, very festive. It definitely goes over some of the traditional recipes that you would find for the holidays. This is Baking for the Holidays. This is by Sarah Kiefer, who's a pretty awesome cookbook author. All right, so the next book I'm going to talk about today. So Rome says, send me all your samples. I will test them. I love cookies and pies. I do too. I'm usually the designated pie maker in my family, so I kind of want somebody else to do it for once. Okay, so we have the American Girl holiday baking book. So I know a lot of us, so I have a niece that's going to come over and it'll be really fun and it'd be fun to bake together. Maybe you're going to start doing that this weekend or the weekend of Christmas. This would be super fun to do together if you have any kids that love baking. It's the American Girl baking book. This is a cool gift too. You can do a set. You can do an American Girl doll. Oh, I think my live stream is going haywire today. My Wi-Fi. What is happening? It only happens with me and my stuff, never the other way around. Okay, so here we have Celebrate the Holidays. This is a cool cookbook because there are step-by-step photos and there's really cute recipes. I don't know if you guys are doing like a pastel pink holiday. I know that's kind of becoming trendy. This cookbook would be awesome for that. So there is different tips and tricks throughout this book. So it makes it easier for kids to also bake with you, or, adults too. I have issues baking as well. Ooh, this is pretty. Peppermint swirl macarons. Wow, that's cool. So this is $11.89 today, and it's a pretty good cookbook. It's very solid. It's a great way to get together with the kiddos and bake together, especially if they bring their American Girl doll with them. That's something that always happens. This is a spiced apple and honey cake. I love this. So one thing I've noticed a little bit is I think the hand, you might see this right here. I'm not sure if it's like stop and make sure to read the directions, which is kind of cute because even I'm guilty of just going far and way ahead than what I'm supposed to. Sometimes I don't read everything and then I make mistakes. So I like that it's like, hey, stop, read the entire thing, which is really cute. So check this one out. This is a kid-friendly, amazing cookbook with a lot of cute pastel colors in here. Perfect for the kids or adults as well. And it gives you some holiday ideas like gift exchange. So this is the holiday baking book, American Girl. Let me talk about a cookbook that isn't necessarily, oh no, I forgot some. Shame on me. Okay, so I do have some that are not necessarily holiday books. So I wanted to talk about those too. We have, I hope I can swear, is hell a swear word? Hungry as hell. This is Bad Manners. They have a whole host of different cookbooks, and they are all vegan, I believe. I don't want to say every single one, but most of them are vegan. So this says meals to live for, flavors to die for. I love this. This is 10% off. This is actually a really great holiday gift idea, especially if you do have people in your life that maybe they're trying vegan for the first time or they're trying to do that and I guess transition over to a new lifestyle in that way. This will help because it gives you a lot of the fundamentals as far as like vegan baking goes and more. Like I've never made a hand pie before, but it'd be cool to know about that and how to go about it. So let's look at the actual recipes. This is a funky cookbook too, just the way it's laid out. We have red chilaquiles. We have a cheat sheet, whoops, on most of these. So extra tips like freezing directions, things you can make ahead of time in case it's like super busy in your life. And here, let me just check. We do have, yes, these are all gluten-free. So this uses nutritional yeast for your cheesy flavor. So let's move forward a little bit. Ooh, pumpkin cinnamon rolls, but they don't give us a picture. Midday munchies, Sammy salads, and other light bites. This is the beginning of a chapter. Here we have all of the recipes listed ahead of time. So if you wanted to like figure out a whole meal plan, you totally can. You can go to the beginning of each chapter and kind of mark everything out. So let me move on to our next one. I have to check multiple screens, so I apologize for pausing awkwardly. We have field guides throughout in the middle of some of these chapters that kind of give you extra information about how to make things better. So this, for instance, is talking about salads, how to make them good. And I appreciate that, especially for like a vegan cookbook, because I mean, not everything needs to be like boring salad with like boring vinaigrette. They do a really good job just talking about different ingredients and how to build something that's really flavorful and tasty and something you'll actually go back to. Tearing tofu is a cool skill. So there's a ton of cool things throughout this book. Let me find more actual recipes here. I keep flipping to all the tips like this, building a Sammy. Anyway, here we go. We have a grain salad with pecans and tarragon. Very fancy salad. This could be in your holiday table. The beginning of the table. We have here, oh my gosh, there's a lot of tips. Queso Blanco, vegan, by the way. This is not cheese. It is all vegan. That's amazing. I'm impressed. Here we have a chickpea and tahini soup with orzo. This looks really perfect for today. It's not too cold, but like it's getting there, especially at nighttime. I just know. All right. Here, I need to find more pictures. We have a cilantro rice, which is a great side dish that you can have. Extra cheat sheets. And here's some more. White bean soup with rolled herb dumplings. So real quick, let me just see if I can find something. On the top corner here, there's different symbols. I should have read it. It looks like sustainability is on here and a weekend. So yes, weekend meals. So things that may take a little more time. So you might want to save it. I'm wondering if they have weekday meals. Oh, they do. So here's the symbol for Monday through Friday. So you just need to look on the top of the page here and it gives you that information, which is very fun. That's perfect. You don't have to think. Here's tomato chickpea fritters. That looks really tasty. I thought it was a pizza at first. Moving on, we have here torn tofu sauté with sunflower butter sauce. That looks perfect. Baked butternut squash with tomato lentil sauce. Super pretty. And then I'll do one more, but you kind of get the gist. We have an eggplant polpetti. So again, this entire book, Hungry as Hell, is a vegan cookbook. It's really awesome. There's a lot of cool fundamentals in here. So this is actually a perfect Christmas gift if you do know somebody that is trying to go more vegan and maybe is struggling with like maybe replacing meats, or just, you know, if you know a vegan that might not cook very well and they want to learn how to cook more, this is a cool book. And it's irreverent. It's fun. It's snarky, so it reads really fun. This is Hungry as Hell. This is the Bad Manners cookbook. Okay, so next, let's talk about another cookbook. This one's kind of, special to me because we live in the Pacific Northwest. This is, let me grab it. the Coastal Foragers Cookbook. This is so interesting. I've just started foraging myself, like really light. And this cookbook just kind of came at the right time. So here's what it does. Let's show you the table of contents. It divides everything up into spring, summer, fall, and winter. So if you are a forager, if you're really interested in it, you can learn how to forage and cook meals that utilize those ingredients, which is really fun. It's kind of a cool experience. Like I remember in fall last year, we hunted for chanterelle mushrooms, and it was amazing. And being able to from literally from the ground to table is such a cool experience. Hi, Elaine. Thank you so much for joining me today. Yes, thank you for commenting as well. If you guys are over on Instagram, we're still kind of working out some of the things here because I know I'm not vertical. I'm horizontal. So I apologize. I'm trying really hard to get you guys a visual. We're going to fix it eventually. This is a very new experience. Okay, so let's talk about this foraging book. This is springtime, so it talks about evergreen cone molasses popovers. So it is literally using the pine cones of evergreen, and then you learn how to cook with it. You want to be really careful though, so don't just go out in the forest and grab stuff and be like, I'm going to throw it in a pot. Be careful and maybe go with somebody who's experienced and knows the land, but this is really helpful. So this looks amazing, totally different. So these are the popovers. Here we have nettle. My service keeps going in and out. I apologize. My Wi-Fi is apparently struggling too today. Today is a struggle. So this is nettle pasta with pecorino. Here's what the nettles look like if you're unfamiliar. And then here's what the pasta looks like. So cool. So you get to learn so much. Wild green cannelloni. It even indicates that it's a gluten-free recipe. So we get to see the before and after. Here's what the actual dish looks like. And then here is what the actual foraging item looks like. So this is birch leaf. So we're going to make halibut with fermented birch leaf sauce. And that's what that looks like. So this is a really cool, fun cookbook, and I really appreciate it. This only covers Pacific Northwest, so just be aware of that. This is not Northeast. So a lot of these you're probably only going to find where we are, basically. So, and the photography is very beautiful, very elegant. There's a lot of interesting dishes in here. Obviously, things that you probably haven't seen before, just because they are foraging items. Like I've never actually made my own bullwhip kelp furikake spice mix. That's excellent. A good idea. Sustainability is really awesome. So here we go. I'll show a few more of these. Alder smoked salmon belly. Wow. Okay, let me grab the dish. That's what that looks like. So pretty. A few more. We have a thimbleberry jam and scone. So again, be really careful about what you're foraging. Make sure you know and you go with somebody that knows. You don't want to just pick random berries out in the forest and call it a day. Just be really careful. Ooh, chanterelle mushroom stuffing. Especially with the mushrooms. Look at that. Beautiful. So if you are from the Pacific Northwest and you like foraging or you want to learn more about it, especially within this area and how to use those ingredients, this is a great cookbook. It is the Coastal Foragers Cookbook. I highly recommend it. As somebody who is in the Northwest, I really dig it. It's so much fun. Okay, so we're going to talk about another holiday book because that's probably why you're here. We're going to talk about out of the box holiday baking. So let me grab this in the carousel. By the way, if you are wherever you're watching, make sure to join us on all of our socials. They are listed down in this little banner. that's floating, by the way. And if you do join us on our Amazon Live channel, it's easy. You can find the cookbooks I'm talking about and you can click on them. So that's at amazon.com/live/cookbook divas. All right. So we have out of the box baking holiday or holiday baking. This is 1989. This is a bit of an older cookbook, but it's really fun. Here's what it looks like. I will make sure, by the way, to give you a close up. Don't worry. So, this is a lot of really fun bakes. It's great for kids. It does have conversion charts here. So, here we go. We have Mexican mocha cookies. That sounds really tasty. Here, of course, shortcut gingerbread men. Not sure why it's a shortcut, but that's why we would read the recipe. Here we have salted caramel macaroons. Those look really yummy. And I'm not a huge fan of macaroons, but these ones look awesome. The texture. So the ingredients here too are pretty, like it's very easy to make. So this would be a really fun one if you wanted to do a ton of different desserts, have a whole platter of desserts out there, and then you can actually, make it. It's a lot easier. So like this one, whipped shortbread cookies, super festive, easy to make, and a lot of fun and different than the macaroon. Just different flavor profile. All right, next we've got the truffle tort. Look at that. Obviously, the sprinkles are kind of what make it the best, but this would be really fun. I've never had a tort during Christmas. It's always been cookies. Here's a pecan pie cupcake recipe. I love that we get like the pie filling inside the cupcake. That's really clever. Here, ooh, this is a beautiful photo. Cranberry crumble bars. That's such a good idea. And I would probably have this with the cookies. This is red velvet brownies. This looks amazing. I would have a hard time not eating the entire brownie tray. All right, let's move on to a few more. We have some showstoppery kind of desserts as well, or some unique ones that a lot of people don't necessarily make for the holidays, which are, this is a cranberry marshmallow cheesecake. I've never put those three flavors together, and I'm actually really excited about it. And it's a showstopper. It's stunning. Maple sugar cream pie. It looks like it has its brulee. Beautiful. This is a homemade chocolate hazelnut truffle. I love the little stars. They're so cute. I hope you guys can see it over on our Instagram. I know it's hard to see. Here, pecan praline bark. I know a lot of people love the praline. I mean, I don't blame you. It's pretty amazing. And lastly, this one's cute. This is polar bear paws. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. So if you're looking for a fun Christmas or even holiday cookbook, I want to show one more. I just saw it. It was really cute. They're sugar cookie truffles. Those are cute. So if you are looking for a fun holiday book that's really festive, it's fun. This one's really great for the kids too. There's a lot of cool desserts in here with interesting flavor profiles. Out of the box holiday baking is really, really good. And it's simple. Most of these dishes are really easy to make. And it's only $19.89. It's fairly small, so it can be tucked away in your bookshelf. It's not going to be impeding. I know I don't have a lot of space on my bookshelf for a ton of books. So just letting you know. Okay, so the next book I want to share with you today. Ooh, here, let's do this one. It's Everyday Entertaining. So this is by Elizabeth Van Leerd. I have to find this in my carousel, so bear with me. So this is 23% off. This is $24.90. 110 recipes for entertaining every single day. So granted, this is not necessarily specifically for the holidays, but there's a lot of cool stuff in here to get you inspired and to use. So we have brunch, season, or 'tis the season, so of course, Christmas. Cheers, date nights, that sort of thing. So here we have a backyard steak with serrano salsa verde. That looks so yummy. Peach panzanella with burrata. I'm in love with burrata right now, and this would be so good. So refreshing. I wish it was summertime already. Here we have different spritzes. So different ways to kind of make an Aperol spritz with different recipes. So not everybody likes a traditional Aperol spritz. I'm actually one of them. So it'd be cool to try something a little different. Summer soaked honey berries with whipped cream and pistachios. That looks really yummy too. Let's move forward a little bit. Here's cheers. It says breakfast, lunch, dinner, happy hour. So this looks like a happy hour section. Of course, we have a CBD tincture. I probably can't show them, but we'll move on from there. French onion dip. Yum. Mediterranean mule and Greek meatball bites. So I like that they have a pairing here. It makes it a lot easier if you are trying to figure out what to do for certain people. Pink Negroni. Is that an olive? I wonder, it looks like interesting flavor profiles here. Strawberry peach rosé with prosciutto and melon bites. Clearly summertime, but that's okay. I'm kind of craving summer a little bit. So moving on a little further, we have IPA, beer battered fish tacos. That looks really yummy. Very vibrant, fun. This is a mezcal marinated steak fajita. So for those of you that just joined me today, we're looking at everyday entertaining. So this is all year round. Awesome, entertaining cookbook. This does have some holiday tips in here, but I'm just looking at the whole thing so far. Let's see. Here we have lobster mac and cheese. I want to make this a tradition, I think, at my house. That would be so tasty. Christmas mac and cheese. Ooh, cacio e pepe risotto with shrimp. Fancy. That would be awesome. Okay, moving on. A saucy red wine short rib. I know people would love you if you did this for them. That would be such a good dish. We have oven baked hot honey chicken tenders. As you can see, this one is good. It already has a chicken tender stain. We have here crispy broccoli or crispy roasted broccolini. Got to get your vegetables. Hello, Charlie. Thank you for commenting over on Instagram. What are you making for the holidays? Let me know in the comments section. I'd love to hear from you. Ooh, okay, so this looks like we're in Thanksgiving time. This beautiful table setting. Why is it that I can't ever get my table to look this awesome during the holidays? Here's an option. So you can do a winter citrus punch. That would be really interesting during the holidays if you're doing a big work party maybe this weekend or even during Christmas. 15 ways to top a cracker. I'm actually going to utilize this for my Christmas because I've bought so many different cheeses. I need to figure out what kind of crackers and what other toppings to put with it. So I'm going to actually try to read through this whole thing. We have roasted maple bacon Brussels sprouts. Another awesome classic here. Moving on. Ooh, caramelized shallot scalloped potatoes. And then I'll do, so we are actually doing a brunch for my Christmas because it is Monday and I think most of us have to work the next day. So we are doing an early brunch. So it'd be cool to get some ideas like this bacon truffle deviled eggs with sangria mimosas. Perfect. Caramelized onion and goat cheese frittata. I don't know that's perfect. I'm so hungry and I had lunch. We have the ultimate waffle bar. That'd be a really cute idea for Christmas time for the kids. And adults too. I love the sprinkles. We have a lox bagel bar. That's actually something we used to do for the holidays. And then lastly, kale and sausage breakfast pizza with a beautiful egg. I love that. So if you're looking for a cool hosting book, my house tends to be the place where a lot of things happen. So this is really helpful for me. If you're looking for new ways of entertaining, check Everyday Entertaining out by Elizabeth Van Leerd. It's really, really good. All right. So next on my list today, not holiday related at all, it is Maidan. This is a Lebanese cookbook. This one's very new and pretty popular. Like a lot of people have been talking about it. So let's look into it. I've never had Lebanese food, so I'm curious about it. Here's our table of contents. I love the photography. It's very elegant. I mean, dark. It's very cool. All right, so we get some pictures of Lebanon, history of our authors here. But let's move on to the recipes. Definitely read through those stories, though. They're really fun and touching. I really like learning about our authors. So here we have everything is broken down in our chapters. I know it's so hard to see this in a horizontal view on Instagram. So thank you guys for being patient over there. So here we'll fix it eventually. It's kind of tough. It's a little tough. So the first chapter, we have everything laid out, some fundamentals. So hopefully they have some pictures. Ooh, what we eat before we eat. So mises, dips, and spreads. I think it's meze. I think I said it wrong. Here we have, sabuzi cordon. It's an herb plate. I'm sorry. I'm going to actually just, use the other pronunciations here. We have a beet biryani. That looks really pretty. Hopefully you can see a little bit of it at least. Very stunning. This is Beiruti hummus, and it looks like there's some variations too. We also have a hummus with meat. I don't think I've ever had that before. So this is a hummus with meat. Hello, Pacific Wildlife from a bar. How is El Bar? And let me know. I know we're probably going to have to do vertical videos because I'm trying to get I know it's so hard to get the picture here. It's probably so small on the phone. And I'm sorry, I'm trying. Okay, so here we have a Zatar martini. Super pretty. This is the Helly Girls Tabbouleh. That looks so good. Very colorful, so pretty. I wish all my salads look that amazing. We have a tomato cucumber salad and a sumac vinaigrette recipe as well. All right, moving on from the sides, let's look at some mains. This is a Georgian eggplant roll with walnut filling. This is interesting. I just want to check real fast. I'm trying to see what the actual, it almost looks like plantains, but they actually use the eggplant as the roll itself and then stuff it with the walnuts. That is really cool. I've never seen that before. This is a batata hara, or a Lebanese spicy potato. I'm not going to say no to a potato. So this looks amazing, especially a spicy potato. Here is some holiday Lebanese ideas, like their table settings. Look at how phenomenal that looks. The color, just how much food is there. It looks so good. I love these. The pastries look amazing. So here we have, this is called tone flatbread. So it's different. It looks thicker than naan a little bit. Maybe even similar to a smaller English muffin. I don't know. It's interesting. Here we have, I think I'm getting to these awesome bakes. Georgian cheese and potato filled bread. You can kind of see that here. That looks so good. This is a Persian rice with crisp crust. Tadig is really, really trendy for a long time in the food TikTok world. This is something I've been wanting to make for a really long time. I'm just scared. I don't know why. It should be pretty easy, but apparently it just elevates rice. This is an Armenian bulgur wheat salad. Here we have lentils and rice with crispy onions, another really fairly simple dish. One thing I'm loving about this cookbook is that they have huge portions, like perfect for family feasting, but the dishes are very simple. Like the list of instructions are very short. The ingredients are simple, they're accessible. So that's perfect. And I would love to cook Lebanese cooking. I've never cooked it before, and it looks amazing. For some reason, I cook like I cook Southeastern Asian cuisine. I cook uh, Latin American cuisine pretty well, pretty solid. Some European cuisine, but for some reason, when we go to like the Middle East or the Mediterranean areas, first I don't know what happens. I just get scared. So I it's really on me. So I've been looking for the perfect cookbook, and this one looks really good. Here is an Armenian pork skewer dish. And this cookbook is making it look fairly easy and very approachable, which is perfect. So I'll do a few more of these dishes and then we'll move on to another holiday cookbook. I got my COVID shot today, so my arm is slowly dying. And I have to show you guys the Fortnum and Mason Christmas book before I can't hold it anymore. Here's the octopus two ways dish. This looks really good. Grilled cabbage with turmeric and cash camel. I know on Instagram it's going to be really difficult to see. I apologize. And then one more. Oh, there's just so many good things in here. This is sesame cookies. So cool. So check this one out. This is Maidan. It's a really cool Lebanese cookbook. In fact, there's not a ton of Lebanese cookbooks out there. This one is really thorough. The authors are really awesome. I can't wait to read about their stories. So definitely check out Maidan or Maidan. All right, so here we go. Here's our next book. It is Fortnum and Mason, Christmas and Other Feasts. This is hysterical. This actually reminds me of English manuscript. The photos are fantastic. It's a really large cookbook, by the way. So, Christmas and Other Winter Feasts. We have in our table of contents a lot of information about Christmas and the history of Christmas, what that means as far as like food. But you can see there's a ton of illustrations in here and also cool food. There's ideas as well, not just full recipes, but like how you can put certain things together, like the shoot lunch. We have cheese boards, different ingredients that you can just have available. But let's look at the dishes. This one is rabbit fillets with beetroot and kale salad, sage and shallot dressing. Amazing. And you can see cute little illustration here. We also have skating. I don't know what this means. Apparently, we get to learn about skating in this book, nothing to do with food. And then we talk about mutton scotch broth. This cookbook is a little random, but I kind of love it. It's charming that way. I don't know. It's fun. Here is a tart fillet. This looks good. Easy baked, awesome dish. A Welsh rarebit toasty. So some of these dishes in here, I'm not going to lie, they look really fancy. Some of them might not be something that a lot of us can grab right away. I don't even know where I would even get rabbit, to be perfectly honest. But there are a lot of dishes in here that are accessible for everybody. So this mushroom and raclette burger, I think you can get that in a lot of grocery stores, like all of the ingredients. So that's kind of cool. And not everything is too complicated. It might sound fancy, but it's not that bad. Here we have salt beef sandwiches with sauerkraut on rye. Look at that. This is chestnut almond and rum cake. Super easy. You can have this for lunch, dinner, whenever, breakfast. The other one. Here is malt and 5-spice biscuits. Super simple. Christmas drinking, a very important chapter. This is an ampersand. I see some really good stuff in here. This is a hot chocolate with salted caramel marshmallow, and then hot chocolate with butterscotch schnapps. I mean, oh, that sounds so good. I have such a problem. This is a hot chocolate with sloe gin. So different kinds of hot chocolate all sound great. Here's some Christmas Eve ideas. This is a poached pear with Stilton and truffle honey. Very fancy. Stunning. Sausage rolls. That's a kind of a traditional dish for a lot of families out there. We have a mackerel and caviar taco. And moving on a little further, we have Christmas Day, I believe. So truffled scrambled egg. I don't know where I'd even get truffle, to be perfectly honest. I'd love to find it. This is a halibut with caviar, parsley, and vermouth butter sauce. We also have here a roast venison with celeriac. I never say that right. Dauphinoise and chocolate sauce. I'm sorry, I totally ruined it. I really should take French. With how many cookbooks we look at, I think French would be very beneficial for me to learn. Portobello mushroom Wellington. So if you're looking for a vegetarian option, maybe you're going to attempt like beef Wellingtons. You can do a mushroom variation instead, and have stuff for your vegetarian people out there. Chocolate trifle with glaze fruit. That is something that's pretty traditional. Marmalade and almond tart. Boxing Day, so the day after, braised oxtail with dumplings. I'll do a few more recipes. There's a ton in here. And I have to say, this cookbook is really generous with how many photos it provides for you and information about Christmas and winter time. There's even a chapter at the very end here. Let me get to it. About January. So this is what is this? Sea bream ceviche with chili and basil. Interesting. But we also have here lamb skewers with couscous and mint yogurt. And I'll do one more. Ooh, this is a vegetarian category. That looks good. So if you're looking for a wintry sort of fancy feast cookbook, Fortnum and Mason, Christmas and Other Feasts, Winter Feasts is an excellent cookbook. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of information in here about the history of Christmas, the food we eat, different places around the world, all kinds of cool stuff. So check this one out if you're looking for just a fun Christmas cookbook. All right, so next on the list today, let me find it. We have Cooking with Nana. So I think this is a series of cookbooks that people love. Oh, hello, Ernest. Nice to see you. Thank you for commenting. Sorry, I'm looking like at 4 different screens. I apologize if I missed you. I am trying. We have to get my screens all processed. I have to do this properly, I guess. So here we have Cooking with Nana. This is $14.99. It is a year of Italian holiday. So I'm excited to check this out. I really wished I had time to make cannolis this year. That was an idea I had. Here we have New Year's Day and Valentine's Day. This is really cute. So they list out all of the dishes you're going to approach and potentially make in this chapter. This is, cotechino sausage with lentils. We have prep time, cook time, pretty easy instructions here and directions, and a beautiful photo to go with it. Here, let's see. Spaghetti in wine sauce. Ooh, that looks really yummy. Cream puffs with chocolate sauce. That would be a really awesome dish to make. Shareable. We also have a ton of history, it looks like, in here. This is a savory scallion pie. You can see if you are over on our Amazon Live channel. There is olives in here. It looks like minced, I don't know what the green is in here. So olives, Pinot Grigio, wow, anchovy fillet is a lot of interesting stuff in there. I've never seen that before. We have lamb with potatoes. Yummy. Pepperidelle with lamb, ragu, and whipped ricotta. A classic, and that sounds very tasty right now. I've been wanting ragu really bad, so I might actually check this one out sometime next week. Sweet and sour lamb. Oh, this doesn't have a photo. I apologize. Okay, we have a wheat pie. Interesting. It's like a cake pie. I've never seen that before. That's awesome. This one is, let me find it, a housewife's casada cake. Look at that. That is so interesting. Moving forward, there's this butternut squash lasagna. This would have been perfect for fall. You can still probably do this right now. I think we still have some butternut squash at our store, or my store. This is a Parmigiano roasted vegetable. A great, easy dish you can make. No bake, cranberry, and mascarpone tart. That's a showstopper. That's perfect for the holidays. Moving on, let's see. We've got 7 fishes, 7 food, or seafood salad. So I just watched The Bear, and they were talking about the 7 fishes, and that's interesting that I have a correlation to that now because I did not know anything about that before. Seafood cavatelli, Christmas Day options by Nona. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so we have rice timbalo. Whoa, that is not a sweet dish. That is savory. That is amazing. I've never seen anything like that before. That looks really good. Wow, that is just like a spiced rice surrounding a bunch of filling. It looks like a dessert. That's crazy. Okay, here we have a potato gnocchi with tomato sauce as an option. Simple, easy. Although if you're making your own gnocchi, it can be a little time invested. We have here, this is a beautiful dish, little hats filled with cheese and mortadella and broth. Very interesting, and this looks really good. This is a pugliese Christmas fritter. Sicilian fig cookies. Those are cute. And then we also have these Italian lemon waffle cookies. I've seen these around. They look really tasty. And then lastly, on this list today, we have chestnut cream-filled cookies. Yum. So check this out. If you're looking for a more Italian-based approach to the holidays, check out Baking with or Cooking with Nona. This is a year of Italian holidays. It's really great. And there's a ton of other Nona holiday cookbooks as well that you can find. Alrighty. So I think my last cookbook of today is Homemade Simple. Here we go. So I've been trying pre-Christmas to try to find some dishes that are easy because we're going to be cooking a lot of food over the weekend. So during the weekday, I'm just trying to find something simple, easy, and healthy at the same time. So here we go. We have the Homemade Simple Manifesto. This soup looks awesome. That could carry me the entire week. We have different ingredients, pantry staples, etc. So that's really helpful as well. And this can be used all year round. And it gives you tips on how to entertain and having things just on hand. I have friends that they'll pop in sometimes. So it's kind of nice to just have snacks and available things. Here we go. Let's look at some recipes. We have, this is a chimichurri or Haas sauce. So you'll see here, I know it's kind of hard on Instagram, but There are labels here for if it's dairy-free, vegetarian, vegan, all of the things. Different letter acronyms here, which is really handy. We have all the ingredients, tips and tricks, and of course our instructions. It's really handy if you do have a ton of people in your life that have dietary restrictions, then you can plan accordingly. This is an akiote, akiote. Oh my gosh, marinade. I don't know what's happening. It's Friday. Okay, so we also have breakfast. Let's go here. Breakfast tacos. I haven't had breakfast tacos in a million years. This is, oh my gosh, they have a green eggs and ham option. This is a savory steel cut oats with greens and prosciutto. That's an excellent idea. Next up, of course. Ooh, it's gluten-free. Pancakes with berry compote. Yum. And it's gluten-free. This is a actually delicious green juice. I see the purple, the berries. Those look really good. Paint by numbers snack board with crudités and dip. This would be a cool thing to do for Christmas if you're doing a charcuterie board and need some inspiration. Flatbreads, 2 ways. Love that idea. Scrumptious salads. We have a little gem cob with green goddess dressing. Looks very pretty. California chicken salad with peanut dressing. Yum. Let's move forward away from the salads. Let's look at some soups. This is a chicken coconut red curry soup. We also have a vegetarian black bean and chili. Roasted cauliflower with chimichurri. So you can make that chimichurri sauce and kind of apply it to a lot of things. Sheet pan ratatouille. Well, yum. That doesn't seem very complicated. Shrimp tacos with pineapple salsa. Yum. Here is a skillet chicken with rosemary and lemon. A really simple, easy dish you can make for either the holidays or for just everyday dining. Citrusy pulled pork. Herb explosion burgers. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. We also have in the very back some desserts. So I'll show you a couple of those. We have s'mores bars, a classic that sounds so good. We also have poppy seed bundt cake with lemon berry glaze. That looks amazing. So check this one out too. Homemade Made Simple. This is a great cookbook to just have on hand for everyday meals. Especially if you lead a pretty busy life, this would be super handy to have, and you can just pull it and make whatever. All right, so that ends our live stream today of cookbooks that I have on hand currently. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Make sure to follow us on all of our socials and our Amazon Live channel for more live streams and other cool things. Thank you again, and we will see you on the next live stream.